Taking it there, Quakel, shy of the first down, but a good carry nonetheless. And Rockford now smelling another 6 points here. Ralph Munger, his team may have the flu and they may be sick, but they're still showing a good, strong effort here in the third quarter. Timeout down on the field as Holt wants to think things over the way Rockford's moving the ball. Take a look at Quakel here, just shy of the first down on this carry.
Yeah, just a tough, physical, hard run. Offensive line does a great job of blocking. Look at Quakel at the end, deliver the blow to Niffen. He did that right before he scored on the last play and locked Niffen back. He said, you know what? I'm going to give it to you again and see where you are.
Well, it's been a game of momentum. And now Rockford got the momentum after that high snap. So special teams playing a part of it here. That high snap really hurt him and gave him the momentum. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by your Metro Detroit Ford dealers, selling the #1 vehicles in Detroit. Visit Jack Demmer Ford down in Wayne. Or check out the yellow pages again for a dealer near you. Think Ford first. Right now, 3:10 left here in the third quarter. Rockford knocking on the door of Holt, trying to get into the end zone and then tack on the extra point for the lead. Rockford doing a nice job of mixing up the plays, too, in this drive, Derek.
Well, I think what you have to do is give Coach Munger a lot of credit for starting McGee and then bringing Banaszak in, but feeling comfortable with each quarterback to engineer a drive. He's won with both of them, and he's just chosen to go with Banaszak, and things have gotten better in the second half for them.
Another reverse and a touchdown for Rockford. Yes. 10 yards on the play, but we have a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
There's a flag on the play.
What did your key do?
Refs talking it over, making sure you're in the second round of the state playoffs. You better make sure it's holding. That's the longest conversation I've seen for a holding call all season.
Well, they just want to make sure they had it correct. I mean, you've been in the second round of the playoffs, and you have to make the right call. And a lot of times on the reverse, there is a lot of ball handling, and it takes a little time to develop. And your offensive lineman may lose a guy, or even your wide receiver may have to hold someone because the play takes so long.
Well, you can see the pressure that Ralph Munger puts on these referees. Let's see if there's any holding here. Not there that I could see. Probably back towards the original line of scrimmage. Here we go. Second down and 8. Ball on the 15-yard line. Banaszak. No, he handed it off. Touchdown. Everybody was still going after Banaszak. But it was Twist on the carry. Brian Twist for the touchdown. And it's all tied up at 20.
And that was just the old wraparound play. Quarterback comes back like he's passing the football and just hands it to the running back who's sitting right in front of him like he's about to block. He gives it to the running back and he takes off. What a huge hole. And what a great series of plays and play calling by Rockford coming out in this second half. They're going to run the football, they're going to throw the football, and they're going to be very aggressive. And that's just what they've done on their first 3 series of this second half.
The extra point is good, and it gives them the lead, 21-20. So Tweese scores. Take a look at the play.
Yeah, just like he's going to sprint out, he's going to throw a football, wraps it around to the running back. Daylight, no one touches him, no one even sees him.
2:56 left in the third quarter. Take a look at it again, Derek.
Yeah, just the quarterback's going to come back and semi-roll out.
Just drops it in the...
Yeah, once he rolls out, he just drops it in.
And nobody expecting it. The fullback just had his hands wide open. He stuck it in there. And then Twist sticks it in for the touchdown. But most importantly, the extra point was good to give Holt a deficit and Rockford a lead of 1 point There you see the scoring drive. 4 plays, 45 yards, 128 off the clock, and the 15-yard run by Twist.
Yeah. And Holt had to understand, even though coming out at halftime 20-7, that they couldn't rest on this league. Rockford's a team that's been in the playoffs, and they've won 2 championships in the last 4 or 5 years. So you know they're going to come out, regardless if they have a big play player or not, or if they're switching quarterbacks in or out. They have the experience, and they have a lot of pride, and they're coming here to win.
And give Rockford the credit of the play call in that drive. Every play catching them off balance. And this will hurt Rockford as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So now Holt will get great field position because of that. So a battle of emotions and momentum here. Take a look at the juxtaposition here of the yardage. First half, Holt 141 to 83, and look at Rockford 114 to 39, even bigger margin there. In terms of momentum.
And I think the reason that they've been able to get those yards is that they found their running game. They've come out and put Banaszak in as quarterback, has been able to have some success running the football in the second half.
Handoff. Goes to Todd. Antonio Todd on the carry, number 23 for Holt.
And what Holt has to do now, obviously, up about 1 point, they have to treat this game like it's even, and it is. They're going to have to come out like it's the first drive of the first half and come out and assert yourself and have a fast start. I know it's the third quarter. We're well into the third quarter, almost in the fourth quarter, but you still can have that concept of a fast start like it's the first possession of the first quarter.
Yeah, and again, that would give you momentum, and that's what it's been. 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard gain. Now Todd stumbles for maybe 2 more. So 3rd down now, and about 4 is what they're looking at. 1:59 and counting, and hobbling off, unfortunately for Holt, is Antonio Todd. 12 rushes, 39 yards. And still a spark on that offense. Third and 4. They need the first down. Michael Hollern, the quarterback. Powers in the backfield. He's looking for Nashnick, and it's tipped up in the air, and it hits the ground. Almost an interception. The defensive players were trying to get to the ball, but the linemen were still blocking, and they didn't let him get to that ball tipped up in the air.
I tell you, Dave, what Rockford has been steady at doing and consistent at doing tonight, anytime in a passing situation, they're bringing pressure. And that time they brought the linebacker, Joe Stefanski, right up the middle, and he's able to deflect the pass. Get his hands up in the air, come in with a good blitz, gets his hands up in the air, and deflects the pass. And now they're in a punt situation. Rockford's going to get the football back.
Boy, has he had a great game. And look at that season he's had, too. Not bad. Lopez, this time snap is a little bit lower, almost blocked. Rockford to return it. Nice return here for Beamer. Derek Beamer down the sideline. And great field position again for Rockford, and now you really feel that momentum going to the Rockford Rams.
Yeah, Coach Munger made a good decision. He put Beamer back there. The other guy was muffing the ball and playing around back there. He got a guy in Beamer who's going to go north and south, and he put him in, and he had a good return. And now they got the ball almost at the 50-yard line.
Ball just inside the 48-yard line of Rockford. So great field position at midfield. I formation in the backfield. They go to the tailback. Curdy. A correction. Quakel, number 29 on the carry. So Aaron Quakel on the carry. Not much there, and we'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9 for Rockford.
The whole defense needs to toughen up here.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. Big possession by this defense. They've got to come up with a stop. Rockford has good field position to start this drive, and they got to come up with a stop somehow here.
The senior quarterback, Robert Banaszak, takes it. And he's down just shy of the 45 of Holt. So third and short yardage coming up.
I give Banaszak a lot of credit to come into the game and being the starter most of the year and obviously consuming most of the wins. And then McGee comes in when Banaszak gets dinged up and he starts the second round of playoffs. But I give Banaszak a lot of credit for hanging in there, knowing the game plan, and then when he has his chance, he gives his team a spark.
And that'll end the third quarter of play here at Holt. And the Rockford Rams have come back to take the lead, 21-20. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter here at Holt when we return. You're watching the Varsity Showcase on Comcast Local.
Life insurance, it's not about your life, it's about hers. Life insurance isn't about your life, it's about the people who rely on it. It's about security. As a local independent agent, we can design a life insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
It doesn't matter where you live
Or who you are.
Or what you do.
because somewhere,
Everywhere, there's a dad like me.
a mom like me who prays every day.
For their little one to pull through.
Why does that matter? Because with every one of these,
Another miracle happens.
buy a miracle balloon and help your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Trust me, it matters.
Just ask Zach.
Mike just proposed to Elena, and she wants to tell Julie, but he had to stop her because Julie lives in Toronto, and long distance isn't cheap till after 8.
Sorry.
With Comcast, she can call Julie whenever she wants for one low price. Hey, congrats.
Get Comcast Digital Voice for as low as $24.95 per month for 6 months. Call 1-888-COMCAST for details.
It's not complex, it's Comcast.
And welcome back to start the fourth quarter. Banaszak takes it himself for the first down inside the 40. And the Holt Rams really need to toughen up now as the momentum really going Rockford's way. They have taken the crowd right out of this, Derek. Mike Smith trying to get his team, his defense to make a big stop here. There you see the huge crowd here for Holt.
Well, I tell you, Rockford has a contingency over there themselves.
Yeah, they do.
A few bus loads and filled up the other side of the stand.
Rockford always travels well. Banaszak gets a snap from the shotgun. He takes it himself again off the right tackle and finally brought down there by number 57 of Holtz, and that is Mitch Zajac. Mike Smith having a lot of momentum going into the halftime locker room, 20-7 lead, but he has seen that disappear. Here you see Banaszak, his numbers, 145 yards as QB. McGee, 66 yards on offense. Banaszak in a shotgun. Takes it himself, off to the right, trying to turn the corner, and he does. Nice game, but we've got a flag down, and it could be after the run.
Well, that's an area of holding anytime in the middle if a referee throws the flag from the back of the secondary. It's usually a holding call.
Is it holding or a little extracurricular activity going on after the play? Because they were well behind the play, and it was thrown after he was out of bounds almost. So I don't think it's holding. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Personal foul, face mask, and it's on Holt. So the frustration now of this drive that Rockford's putting on, taking its toll. There's the hit out of bounds on Banaszak. And again, that penalty coming way behind the play back about the line of scrimmage. So This will tack on 15 yards from the point of infraction, and it puts it inside the 15-yard line. So what a huge penalty for Mike Smith's team. And he doesn't want to hear it right now. He's talking to number 77, Austin Holtz, 6'6", 285 lineman. So here we go. Rockford now trying to put an exclamation point early in the fourth quarter on that drive they had earlier. Wishbone offense shown now, 2 tight ends for Banaszak. Don't be surprised if he takes it himself. They'll hand off to the first back, the big fullback, and he'll try to muscle his way forward for a few yards. And that's big number 39, Cole Daigle, 5'11", 210 senior.
And Rockford's still trying to go up the middle. We talked all game that middle's not open.
No.
These defenses are not giving up anything up the middle.
They're closed for business.
You're closed for business. I like that. But Holt's defense, like we said, is not giving that up. But Rockford's still going to challenge them, because anytime you get momentum, you think anything can work.
Yeah. Second down, about 7 to go here. A little bit shorter than 8. Pitch back and continuing to drive. Great drive with the leg action there, but a flag is down.
And I think that's a face mask. When he went through the hall, I think one of Holt's defenders grazed his face mask.
Alex Curdy on the carry, number 20, and this will come back now. Let's see. See if we can see it.
See right there?
Face mask against
And the face mask, even more problems for Mike Smith's team now. And it's early in the fourth quarter. You don't want to disintegrate this early. Ralph Munger's team, the recipient of 2 big penalties right now, and they're knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. First and goal, taking it himself, Banaszak. Touchdown. Rockford into the end zone again. Is it Tweest who got the handoff? Happened so quick there, congratulating him.
Well, they're running back by committee. It could be anybody. We keep calling different names out, and Tweest did get in and, in fact, scored a touchdown right up the middle.
9:49 left on the clock, and they add the extra point. And it's 28-20. Rockford adds to their lead. 28-20 over Holt. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action from Holt when we return on the Varsity Showcase.
Hey, soccer fans, nobody brings you Detroit Ignition action like Comcast Local. See the Ignition take on teams from around the major indoor soccer league throughout the season. Tune in Sunday, November 11th at 4:30 p.m. as the New Jersey Ironmen visit Detroit to take on the Ignition. Only on Comcast Local, your ticket to Midwest sports. You think you know high school sports? Nobody knows high school sports better than these guys. Experts Tom Markowski, Rod Beard, and Tim Twentyman from the Detroit News offer their insight and in-depth commentary on the prep ticket on Comcast Local. Get your high school sports fix every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. with a prep ticket. We'll break down the games, analyze who's hot, and talk to the high schoolers making a name for themselves each week. No other network brings you high school sports like Comcast Local. And now we've got the experts to go along with it. The prep ticket, brought to you by the Detroit News.
There is really only one boy, one girl, one tree, one forest, one ocean, one mountain, one sky, and one simple way to care for it all. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together under one name, Earthshare. One environment, one simple way to care for it.
The Varsity Showcase is brought to you by your Metro Detroit Ford dealers, selling the #1 vehicles in Detroit, and by Bell Tire. Trust us, we'll make you happy you came in. That's a promise. Rockford on a roll here in the second half. 8 plays that time, 52 yards, 3:13 off the clock, and the 3-yard run by Twist.
And it's easy
got
to
that handoff in there quick.
And it's easy to get 52 yards when you're given 20 yards of penalties.
Yeah.
Holt had face mask and a personal foul penalty that gave up 20 yards, and to only have to go 32 yards on your own.
Yeah.
That's easy sledding.
And 3 of the 4 drives this half, Rockford has scored. Cody Nash-Niffen taking it himself at the 20 to the 23, 22-yard line.
On the kickoff return.
Holt now
Brought down by Drew
has to come back and answer. Take a look. There it is. There's the quick handoff to Twist. He gets in there, bangs in there easily, actually. Good hard run. And Robert Banaszak likes what he sees. And so does head coach Ralph Munger ever since he's put him back in there. Hollern to throw, has time. Unloads downfield, intercepted. Oh, almost intercepted. Brogan Bibler had it. And I think a little bit of indecision there on Hollern cost him. He was in the pocket safe. He really didn't have to move up. When he did move up, he saw the man open and then unloaded on the run.
Well, you're right. He come back, pocket passer, and he steps up, and I thought he was going to run the football, but he thought he saw somebody come open over the middle, and all he saw was white jerseys, and luckily that ball wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, Braden White was the intended receiver, number 12. 2nd and 10 now. Bad snap. And he takes it on the run, first down, before he's tripped up. And it's Bibler again.
Hollering ball carrier
to trip him up.
By Brogan Bibler. But not before he ran first down. It'll be 1st and 10.
So Hollern, I think he takes off right when he drops it here.
Was a fake handoff up the middle to the fullback, and you're right, after he dropped the snap, he said, let me get out of here. Anytime we've thrown the football, they brought a lot of pressure, so I'm going to take the first available lane and get the first down.
Yeah, he didn't want to take any chances. 1st and 10. Takes it again. Wrapped around him tight was big number 45 for Rockford, Josh Osborne. After a gain of about 3. 2nd and 7 now coming up for Holt. Time not on their side right now in terms of, if they can tie it, yes, but in terms of getting the ball back and getting the lead, it's going to be rough because Rockford has been eating up the clock on their possessions. So.
Plus, Holt has had problems with their conversion after touchdown, so that's going to play a big part.
Yeah, he's got his man complete to the 45. Inside the 45 to the 44, complete that time to White. Braden White on the reception.
What a great pass by Hollern, just finding White down the seam. Just a zone defense, something that Rockford's been playing just every once in a while because they've been bringing a lot of pressure. But Hollern found them in the zone, and he found the receiver streaking down the seam on the numbers.
A great character on both of these teams to come back after the deficit that Rockford had against Holt, and now Holt coming back after their deficit. Complete out there to Nash-Niffen. Cody Nash-Niffen on the reception. He gets away down to the 10-yard line. First down at the 11.
Nash-Niffen's the guy that's going to make plays. Anytime you throw him the football, just a great drop back pass and hit him right on the numbers. But after that, Niffen doesn't stop. He doesn't go out of bounds. He doesn't fall down. He tries to make a big play. And that's what you like out of your wide receivers. This guy that's going to get yards after the catch and like to get to the end zone.
Ray Saban finally got him down, whistled, flags down. And looks like illegal procedure on the offense. And it is. So that'll knock him back. And the the ball now set down at the 16-yard line. So they can pick up a first down before getting into the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, but they can't make it this hard for themselves at first and 15. Rockford's defense has played well tonight.
Let's see what they do here. Holleran, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Back to pass. Lofts it into the end zone. Complete? No. Knocked out. Knocked out there by number 20, Alex Curdy, guarding number 3, Brandenburg. Tom Brandenburg, the wide receiver, at 6'4", 215, and that's why they went to him.
And that's just good one-on-one defense by Curdy, just outside defending the pass. As a defensive back, sometimes you don't know when the football is coming, but you got to be able to read the receiver and read your man. When the ball's in the air and you see him look, you've got to turn around and make a play, and Curdy did a good job of that.
Well, they're using the mismatch again. Curdy's only 5'10", and they've got Nash Niffen out there, who's 6'2". They go down the middle, incomplete. And they tried to hit number 24 again, Dominic Todd, who had the touchdown back in the first half.
And again, it was right in his hands. Should have caught the football. Holleran's done a good job on this drive of putting the ball where it needs to be. He's a great drop-back passer, and just over the middle, right where it needs to be. Wide receiver touches the football, hit him in the right spot, and wasn't able to come up with the football.
And he knew it. Here we go. 3rd and 15 for Holt. The hometown fans fired up. They want to see a touchdown. Fake. Into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Holt. Complete to number 3, Brandenburg. Tom Brandenburg. 6'4", 215. Coming down with the reception.
And that's what you're using for. You get close to the goal line, and you got a guy that's 6'4" lined up against a defensive back who's much smaller. Just put the ball in his area and let him go up. Great vertical leap, and he was the only guy that went up for the football. And anytime that you can get a guy a mismatch like that, you got to take advantage of it, especially this late in the game where you have to make a crucial play to at least come back and try to take the lead or try to tie the game with a 2-point conversion.
And here they go, 2-point conversion attempt here to tie it up. Fake the draw, looking, pressure, gets away, throws it complete, 2-point conversion, ties up the game.
And that's what you gotta like about Holleran. He keeps the play alive with his leg. He goes one way, looks at receivers on the left-hand side, comes back to the right-hand side, buys time by scrambling, eluding pressure, and able to find the receiver, Brandenburg, in the end zone, makes a great catch, keep both feet in.
What an effort here by Holleran just to get away from the pressure. Take a look. And again, it's Brandenburg, 2 feet in.
But what's more impressive about Holleran is the throw, being able to put the ball where it needed to be on the run.
Well, the varsity showcase is saving the best for last here into the state playoffs. 8 plays, 78 yards, 2:21 off the clock, 16 yards on the touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion to Brandenburg to tie it up 28-28.
And that's why we highlighted Holleran in the open as a key player, because he can make plays running the football, but he can also buy time as a quarterback. As you can see, he's great pocket passer. He puts the ball over the middle. Guys have dropped some passes, but he's also able to roll out and on the run hit guys where they need to be to make touchdowns and first downs. This guy has played great tonight in the second half of this game, and that drive especially, he's really asserted himself and shown why he is a key player.
Low squib kick, and it gets past Curdy. Wrapping him up and getting him down at the 22-yard line, and that's where Rockford will start. On the return, Brogan Bibler. Well, I may have spoken too early when I said there wasn't enough time for Holt when they came back with this great passing attack. 7:23 left on the clock. You know Rockford's going to have the ball for a little while, and you know now that Holt is going to get it back with 7:23 left.
And that's what's so great about high school football. Once one team grabs momentum, the other team can come back and take it away from them. And that's what we've seen time and time again tonight, is that both teams had the momentum for a period of time.
And the crowd back into it now for Holt. This time a quick draw to the fullback. Not much there for Cole Daigle on the carry. And it'll bring up second down now for Rockford. And as I mentioned earlier, what character on both of these teams to come back after the deficit Rockford had at halftime, 20-7 to make it 28-20 at one point. And then what a comeback it was, really, for Holt to come back to tie it up and get the 2 points they needed. When 2 points and the extra points were coming for them. Here, Banaszak, sacked for a loss by big number 99, Nick Horton.
And that's what happens to a defense when your offense goes down the field and creates some excitement. That defense also rises to the occasion because they're eager to get back on the field and show what they got to get the ball back for the offense.
And now the crowd making itself a part of this contest, getting into the game and getting their team fired up here on the Holt side. And the other side, the Rockford side, now it's their turn to be quiet.
Yeah, we talked about earlier how this game was going to come down. We said the team with the last possession would win this football game. Well, it seems like it's coming true.
And we said they matched up very well, and they do. Banaszak to throw. He's hit from behind and sacked again. Getting in there, big number 21, Corey Byrne. Corey did it earlier in this contest. Comes back for another one, 6 foot. 215 defensive back, and he sneaks in there for another sack.
Well, what Byrne did just came from the backside. The running back was not able to get the fake, take the fake, and then block the linebacker coming off the edge. Great call by Holt's defensive coordinator to bring the linebacker off the edge, knowing that Rockford had to pass the football, and that was the blind side of the quarterback.
So it made it 4th and 20 and a punting down. Now on the return, Corey Byrne. No, it's a big number 81, Cody Nash-Sniffen, and a penalty flag down. Flag down on the return. Take a look here. Cody Nash-Sniffen on the return, and there's the block in the back.
Well, yeah, clearly a block in the back. They always say if you can see the guy's numbers, then don't touch
him. Yeah, don't go near him. Not worth it. Well, they would have had it at about the 44-yard line of Rockford, and now this will knock it back into Holt territory. 5:12 left on the clock. You can see how quickly the time goes by. It was in the 7 minutes, just seemed like a second ago. Now it's at 5:12.
Could this be the last possession?
Well,
5-12. I mean, I know they got great field position, but
remember the drive they had closing out the first half. You remember how much time they used up there. On the run, Antonio Todd with a nice carry. He's had some really nice carries on first down for them to make that second and third down a lot shorter.
Yeah, and he's the guy
he's still limping.
You're right, kept him in second and short and been able to get some success on first down. And you wonder why they haven't gone to him more. Well, you know, with the score 28-28, I can sit up here and say, hey, give him the football, let him run. But obviously the offensive coordinators and for both teams are doing a good job of calling the plays.
Brandenburg up top, Nash-Sniffen down on the bottom. They go to the run again. This time they sniff it out. Getting in there quickly, number 68, Josh Leidy, 6'2", 235. Boy, you talk about size. You got to look at Rockford and you see all these guys, 6'2", 6'3", 6'3", 271 is Steve Fegel, excuse me. There's big number 68, Josh Leidy. 3rd down and 6 now. 2 receivers split on each side. Hollern in the shotgun. He's got Powers back there to block with him. Complete to Nash-Sniffen for the first down. At the 40. 3:50 on the clock.
Nash Niffen has made all the plays. He's the guy they go to over the middle. He was covered like a blanket on that play. Just a good pass by Holland, just putting it where it needs to be. But the defender's all over Nash Niffen, and he still makes the play. And that's indicative of the plays he's made all day. They've covered him one-on-one. Yep. He's been able to make plays and get away from his defender, and they're making a critical catch on third down.
Again, twin receivers split on both sides. Coming up on the 3:30 mark. Taking it on the run. Holland brought down there by number 34. Egnatuk. Play coming in from Mike Smith to Holland.
I'll tell you, the difficulty that Rockford's having is that Holland's doing such a great job of mixing up the plays that are coming in, but he's able to run the football with that little fake and then run the ball up the middle, but he's putting these passes where they need to be.
Right
whether
on.
He's scrambling or he's in the pocket.
Quick pattern, complete to Braden White. First down. Holt eating up the clock on this drive, down to 2:47 now.
It was just that play they ran the series before, just White running down the seam and just wide open. And I think the reason he's getting no attention is because Brandenburg's sitting at 6'4", lined up right outside him. So all the defenders went towards Brandenburg, knowing what he can do when the ball's up in the air, and White was able to get open.
Too many men to protect here. Downfield complete. Complete to the 10-yard line. And again, it's White. Braden White on the reception. And what's dangerous, though, is you have two receivers so close, that attracts a lot of defensive backs. So watch out for a pick now if they're going to get that many people involved.
But I think Holt will live with that. You're right. There are defenders over there when you throw the ball up when two receivers are so tight like that. But Holt will live with that because Brandenburg's 6'4". So if they throw the football up, they know that they have an opportunity to catch it.
What a great drive. Look at the clock. They're driving it inside 2 minutes. Touchdown, Holt!
What a drive.
Halloran on the run for 10 yards.
What a drive.
Wow. Holt comes right back. Take a look at the 10-yard run by Halloran. Right up the middle.
The same play they've been running up the middle. We said that these teams couldn't get yards because defenses were playing tough up the middle. But Holt has found a soft spot in that middle on that last couple drives that the quarterback's been able to do that quarterback draw and make it work.
The extra point crucial, and it's good. 35-28, Holt leads over Rockford. Rockford with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to get on the board one more time. Well, it does not get any better than this, and when we come back, we'll have the conclusion of this one for you. Holt leads 35 over Rockford 28. We'll be back with more here on the Varsity Showcase.
Introducing the WGL $1 Million Shootout.
The excitement begins with 22 golfers from all walks of life. Businessmen, moms and dads with one common goal: to win their share of a $1 million jackpot. Be a part of the excitement when the final putt is sunk and only 4 golfers are left standing when John O'Hurley hands out the $1 million check.
See the $1 Million Shootout Thursday night at 10.
What is your problem, man?
You're welcome.
What the heck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Don't give me that! All right. What's going on here, fellas?
The missile was about to hit the school. I just acted as fast as I could.
That doesn't change the fact that I don't have a car anymore. Who just throws a person's car at a missile?
You're serious?
Yeah. Who's going to pay for my car?
I guess I could.
Do you even have a real job?
Yes.
Do you have insurance?
I saw the whole thing. Call me.
And welcome back here to Holt, Michigan. Dave Zorin along with Derek Walker. And we are just privileged to bring you this exciting second round state playoff game right there. Michael Halloran was right on the money with his passing. 14 of 23 for 195, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a crucial drive that he led his team to a 35-28 lead right now. And temper's getting short down there. These two teams have battled tough. And again, what character shown on both sides of this football as each team has come back. Just when you thought the other team had the edge, the momentum, the other team comes back and scores again, and that's where we are. 35-28, 1:56 left on the clock. Robert Banaszak, the quarterback. He's come in, and McGee is back in. They got Banaszak out, McGee with a short little pass. So McGee comes in, and now he'll go to the sideline to get the play. So I'm totally shocked. You got a guy, Banaszak, gets you back in the game. You take him out, now you put in McGee again.
And that's a very interesting decision. You made a good point. You got Banaszak, who has momentum, but then you bring McGee in, who set the whole second half, and he has to be cold. I mean, you look at his numbers, they're not the greatest numbers, but all that stuff was early, and you had a guy that was hot. I think you stay with the guy that's hot, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, they're already now at the 43-yard line. 151, plenty of time. McGee, plenty of time to throw, has a man complete. Complete to Quakel, Aaron Quakel.
Obviously, Coach Munger thinks that McGee gives them the best opportunity to get down the field with a 2-minute situation. The way McGee sits in the pocket and he's able to throw the football, his vision of picking up receivers is probably a little better than Banaszak. But Banaszak, I mean, when you're rolling, I think you keep him in. But like I said, we'll see what happens here with McGee. But he is a pocket passer.
But they're not getting any pressure on him. They're dropping back in the prevent. And now tipped up, almost intercepted. Getting a hand on it was Corey Byrne, and he almost had the game right in his hands. Nick Horton down there trying to get the crowd back into this one. Take a look. It's tipped here. And then right there, Corey Byrne almost had it. It was 99, Nick Horton, who tipped it initially.
Well, you talked about the rushing. They're only rushing 3 guys, but anytime you can get semi-pressure on the quarterback, and when he throws the football, you can get your hands up and tip it, anything can happen at that point. So maybe they're not getting the rush and putting the pressure that they need, but if they can get their hands up and deflect balls, that could be a good situation.
A flea flicker, and they're going downfield. Here's the throw. McGee knocked away at the last second by Cody Nash-Niffen. Intended down there for Leinish, Kyle Leinish. And what a play at the last second. Cody Nash-Niffen knocks it away.
What a gutsy call by Coach Munger to run a play like that. And Nash-Niffen, as you can watch him, he was just sitting in center field waiting on the ball. He had a great look at the play, and you can see him here right before Paul gets there, trying to sneak in front for the interception.
So many things can go wrong on a play like that, and you're right. I can't believe it, but Ralph Munger has the confidence in his team to pull it off, and they almost did. 3rd and 10 now. McGee drops back, and he gives it to his fullback. They run the same play they got the touchdown on earlier. And it works again for him for a first down. Twist on the carry. The quarterback rolls out as if he's going to pass, but instead slips it into the fullback right in his belly, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah,
what a great play.
Yeah, that play will work because McGee is a throwing quarterback. Anytime you can spread it out like that and run, it's a good situation.
Here it's knocked away, and a flag is down. Pass interference call. They're saying he got hit early. It was intended for Krieger, Anthony Krieger, and it looked like Halloran was right there on him. We'll take a look. Here's the pass interference call. Let's take a look at what happened. A quick pass, and they're saying, they're saying that Halloran got in there and hit him before the ball got there.
Well, he made a good play on the ball by deflecting it out, but he went over and threw the receiver's back to do it.
Let's take a look.
As you can see here,
he hit him.
Hit the receiver.
Yeah, he pulled him back. He pulled him back, too. Pulled his shoulder back.
And the rule is you can't go through the receiver to make the play.
So good call down there, and that brings up a first down at the 22-yard line. 1:15 left. Plenty of time for Rockford to get into the end zone. Split backs, two receivers to the right. They go that way, and they go to another quick draw play, but that time they're ready for it. And getting him is Corey Byrne.
Great play by Byrne, just reading and snuffing that out. I think at some point, when that play has worked 2 or 3 times, you're going to have a guy spy on that running back sitting in the backfield, because they're going to continue to go to it. If you can get 10 to 15 yards to crack, why not run it again? But at that time, Holt had a good defensive scheme set up for that play.
Yep, there's Curdy on the run. He had nowhere to go. It was right there. Corey Byrne tripped him up. 1:08 left in this contest. Holt leads it 35-28 over Rockford. Rockford has been here many times. 2004, 2005, they were Division I champs. Last year, they went to the finals. Let's see what transpires in the final 108 here. Hockey fans, join us Friday live CCHA action from Ann Arbor, Alaska Fairbanks. Then the Nooks hit the road to visit the Wolverines. Art Regner starts us off with pregame CCHA tonight at 7, followed by 7:30 puck drop right here on Comcast Local. Hockey action coming your way right now. It's Rockford trying to get on the scoreboard, at least tie it up, maybe take the lead with a 2-point conversion. 1:08 left in this game. McGee, the quarterback, drops back. Pressure getting to him. Dumps it up on a little screen, but they read it, and nothing there.
Great discipline by Holt's defense. Just sitting in the middle and obviously recognizing the screen and just able to gobble up the running back as soon as he catches the football.
It was complete to Curdy, but the defense read it. Timeout down on the field. And it's a timeout for Rockford. 51.8 seconds left. Mike Smith, his defense, making a valiant stand right now. Rockford, no timeouts left. Holt, 2. If you're just joining us, here's what's happened in the second half. Rockford came back after a 20-7 deficit, led by Banaszak, the quarterback, and the running there of number 29, Queichel. And then this big play. Tweest got it on that trick play they've been running as they score there. Then Tweest gets another touchdown back-to-back to make it 28-20. They took the lead, but then Holt comes back to tie it up 28-28 with this 2-point conversion to Brandenburg after Brandenburg caught the touchdown. And then, taking it himself, Halloran goes right up the middle to take the lead 35-28. Now, live action. McGee downfield. Is it complete? They got it at the 20. Clock continues to roll. They don't have a timeout left. Let's see what they call. 4th down and 7. Watch for him to go into the end zone. Clock running down inside 30 seconds. McGee calls the signals. Back to pass, looking into the end zone. Clock at 20 seconds. Deep into the end zone, and he overthrows it. And that'll do it. Holt has won the game. 16 seconds left. They'll have to snap the ball and take a knee. What an exciting contest here at Holt here tonight. 35-28, Derek.
Well, we knew we were in for something big. You felt the electricity when we got here. The crowd is sold out. There's people standing around the end zone just to see the football game. And we talked about the keys early. We said that Rockford had to play big up front, and I think they did that. They withstood the blow of the big offensive line for Holt. They also sustained drives and scored points. And Holt, they started fast, came out with the opening possession, went up 6-0. But what Holt did in our last key to the game was they defended their house. And then when it came down to the end of the game, when momentum was going back and forth, Holt grabbed it, and they seized this game by protecting their house today.
Halloran right there, got the snap and that exit as the Holt Rams defeat the Rockford Rams.
In just a few minutes, we're going to
here at Holt, as the teams will shake hands in the middle of the field.
All the fans to stay in their seats.
And it just doesn't get any better than this, folks. High school football, the finals here in October in Michigan, right here on the Varsity Showcase. And let's take a look at the last play again. McGee trying to line up his receivers, had time, waited patiently for somebody to get open, and then had to unload and just had to throw it, and it goes out of the end zone. And the Holt Rams winners. Mike Smith, a proud coach. And at halftime, you could feel his enthusiasm that he had for his players. And you know that he had that team fired up. But then Rockford came back so hard in that second half to really get the lead back. And then you thought Holt was out of it, but then Holt came back. So, I mean, great character shown on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of high school football here in Michigan. They go back-to-back with momentum, and things swing that way. But what Coach Smith was excited about going into halftime, even up 20-7, he knew that he had senior leadership, and guys that was here last year, the 18 guys that saw them go in 33-7 on the downside last year, saw them go up with the lead, but he knew they wouldn't let up because they were guys he could trust and guys that have been here before.
Well, there he is, the victorious coach. He had faith in his players, and they came through for him tonight against a very, very tough Rockford team. We'll be back to wrap things up here at Holt. The final score, 35-28, Holt Rams over Rockford. We'll be back.
There is really only one boy. One girl. One tree. One forest. One deep, dancing ocean. One mountain calling. One handful of sand through our fingers. One endless sky overhead. And one simple way to care for it all. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together under one name, EarthShare. One environment, one simple way to care for it.
It's impossible to replace anybody that you love. She was my great role model, my Grandma Keaton. I aspired to be a lady like her. It was pretty much of a shock for us when she got colon cancer. None of us were prepared for that. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer of men and women over the age of 50. And you know what? This is one that you can prevent. You know, it's kind of hard to get your mind around the fact that you are 60 years old. I'm 60 years old. I've had an amazing experience just being alive. I love life. Every minute is astonishing. It's a huge gift to be here. Just get screened, okay? Trust me, it's okay. I'm going to do everything possible to stay alive for as long as I can. Obviously, in good health. In good health. And I think we can all do this. You can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? How's that for a deal?
I mean, both coaches had a great game plan tonight, both offensively and defensively. I'm very surprised by the score being as high as it was because both defenses played well. I mean, you look at it, they didn't give up a lot of yards rushing. they front seven played well on both sides of the football, and then both coaches played a chess match with one another. As you can see, Holt went to their spread offense and tried to see what Rochester was going to do as far as bringing the guys in the box and rushing the quarterback and putting pressure, or drop off and play the receiver. And Holt guessed right a majority of the time in the second half. When they went to that spread offense and Rockford blitzed, they were able to make plays one-on-one on the outside.
Yeah, and they really came through. The final score here, 35-28, Holt over Rockford. So the Rams of Holt on top of the Rams of Rockford here tonight, and revenge for them, and rightly so. Congratulations to both teams on a great season. Thank you for joining us. For Derek Walker and all of us here at Comcast Local, the Varsity Showcase, thanks you for joining us. I'm Dave Zorn. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you down the road when the Varsity Showcase comes back again next week. Good night, everyone.